Could UFO contact end the world? It's an important question. See, we cover UFOs often on this channel, and one of the questions I come across often is, well, if they're here, why don't they just show themselves? And we've talked about this before many times, with many people claiming that they would be okay and they would easily adjust to alien contact here on Earth. But what if I told you that the extraterrestrials riding their UFOs weren't the most dangerous part of the contact? This short movie demonstrates just how ugly things can get. This is The Last Stand, the dangers of alien contact.
Houston, this is Radford. A fleet of massive alien spacecraft just appeared out of nowhere and jumped into Earth's atmosphere. The ships are unlike anything.
Panic is spreading across the globe in the wake of the arrival of alien spaceships. Reports of unusual activity and sightings have led to fear and uncertainty, with many wondering what the aliens' intentions may be.
World leaders are working to calm the public and assure their safety, but the situation remains tense. Experts continue to investigate and gather more information as the world grapples with this unprecedented event.
My fellow Americans, today we face a challenge unlike any other in our history. As you may be aware, strange alien objects have arrived on our planet. While we do not yet know their intentions, we must remain calm and approach this situation with the utmost care. I have ordered our government officials to work with international partners to gather more information and develop a coordinated response. We will remain vigilant and steadfast in our efforts to protect our planet and its inhabitants.
Mind you,
President Vladimir Putin has accused the U.S. of inviting the aliens to our doorsteps through unprovoked attacks on the UFOs that were recently shot down over the U.S. and Canada. Putin suggested that the U.S. attacks on the UFOs may have broadcasted Earth's location to the aliens. He added that the world is about to pay a heavy price for what he called America's outrageous actions.
and this is why I think this short film is so important. Think of the state of the world that we're in right now and consider what this alien contact could do to us. Let's go.
In a bold move that has sent shockwaves through the international community, Russia, China, and India have announced that they are teaming up to make first contact with the aliens. The new plan involves a joint task force of scientists, engineers, and other experts working together to develop technology
Being the
capable
first
of
against us,
communicating with the
turning
aliens.
everything into
The
a
United States
competition.
government has expressed that it will not support Russia's efforts to make first contact with the aliens. In a statement released earlier today, President Joe Biden stated that the U.S. government will block any actions that could potentially put national security at risk.
Today, I ordered our brave men and women at the Space Force to do whatever it takes to prevent Russia and its allies from making first contact with the aliens.
Are you telling me
We are
this is not
determined
how
to
it would play
prevent
out?
any exchange of technology between the aliens and these nations, which could jeopardize the national security of our country. I urge the international community and our NATO allies to stand up to this unprovoked attack on global security.
Sleepy Joe will not handle this situation very well. The aliens could be hostile for all we know. But if I were the president, the aliens would have loved me. Ask anyone in Area 51, and they will tell you the truth. When I visited Area 51, everyone was impressed by how aliens greeted me. I was the smartest person in the room. I dissected some aliens, and they didn't even scream. Nobody heard them scream. I created Space Force. I don't think Sleepy Joe will give me any credit.
Tell me this is not an accurate representation of both presidential candidates. Biden here starting a war for no damn reason, and Trump talking about how even with the aliens in the room, he was a smarter. He took the air out of the room.
Concerns continue to rise over Russia's growing interest in exchanging technology with the aliens, which could put global security at risk. Russia said it's committed to sharing any alien technology it receives with the rest of the world and will be transparent with the international community.
NATO is prepared for situations like this.
The NATO allies, led by the U.S., have announced joint efforts to prevent Russia from making first contact with the extraterrestrials.
And let there be no doubt, the commitment of the United States to our NATO alliance and Article 5 is rock solid.
Footage resurfaced of 2 SpaceX rockets blasting off to space in an unannounced launch. Witnesses believe they could be carrying delegates of the NATO allies who are tasked with communicating with the aliens.
A group of delegates representing Russia and its allies left off on board the Soyuz spacecraft on their way to make first contact with the extraterrestrials in orbit. President Vladimir Putin himself attended the launch and said that Russia will do everything within its power to protect its allies. Russia has declared NATO's attempt to make first contact with the aliens an act of war, as delegates of several nations await in orbit for any sign of alien response.
Tell me this is
Russian
not how it
Minister
would
of
go
Foreign
down.
Affairs Sergei Lavrov accused SpaceX of sending nuclear weapons into orbit in an attempt to deter Russia and its allies from making any contact with the extraterrestrials. NATO allies led by the U.S. government have rejected Russian claims of smuggling nuclear weapons into orbit. Tensions in orbit continue to escalate as the race to make first contact with aliens reaches new heights. According to witnesses, Russia launched 3 Soyuz spacecraft in the last 24 hours. Intelligence reports revealed that the spacecrafts may contain nuclear warheads, a move that comes amid fears of further escalation in orbit.
And this would be us. All the normal
Protests have erupted around the globe
people
calling for the
pissed.
U.S. and Russia and their allies to form a joint team of delegates to make first contact with the extraterrestrials.
Stop making humans look bad in front of our guests. Yes.
Over 20,000 peace advocates, including Nobel Peace Prize laureates, signed a joint letter requesting the delegates of both sides in orbit to work together and put Earth's interest first.
Russia and its allies have warned the NATO from any attempts at sending astronauts to the alien spaceships as it begins intensifying its surveillance throughout orbit. President Joe Biden said that Russia's empty threats will not deter the NATO from sending its representatives to make first contact with the aliens.
Bueno.
The countdown to the first contact with the aliens has begun. The NATO announced today that its delegates will approach the alien spaceships starting tomorrow, a move that defies Russia's threats of retaliation with a swift response. The allies of both groups have reportedly been gathering a stockpile of nuclear warheads in orbit.
Wow.
Houston, this is Earthstream. We're approaching the gate of the mothership. Godspeed, Earthstream. We're counting on you.
Americans, we are warning you not to approach the gate, or there will be consequences.
Could you imagine?
Americans, this is your last warning.
What's that object that's approaching us? I don't know. Houston, there is something coming out of the Soyuz spacecraft. We're not seeing anything in our systems, Lieutenant Robert. Any idea what it could be?
Oh my god. Not just the loss of life, but how embarrassing in front of a more intelligent species we're doing this.
A short time ago, I ordered the use of our nuclear arsenal against Russia and its allies, who have crossed the line with the massacre of our delegation in orbit. Together with our NATO allies, we have launched the Wrath operation against every country that was involved in this massacre. I want everyone to accept the new harsh reality that the world will never be the same again. I urge our citizens to take shelter in our nuclear bunkers until the Wrath operation ends. We don't know how long it will take, but we are determined to win.
Greetings, humans. We have observed your actions with great disappointment. Your inability to see beyond your own selfish desires has blinded you. You have failed to recognize the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of cooperation and respect. We have come here to return your artifact that carried a misleading message of hope and togetherness. You are not who you claim to be. We had hoped that by making contact with you, we could share our knowledge and wisdom and help guide you towards a more enlightened path. But it seems that you are not yet ready to receive our message, and that your hearts and minds are still closed to the possibility of a better future. We are the guardians of the universe. We are the cleansers. Our prime directive is to eliminate any hostile civilizations that could pollute the universe with their greed, ignorance, and carelessness. We will give your planet another chance, but we must cleanse it first to prepare it for a new civilization. We hope that one day, a better civilization from your planet will join us in exploring the wonders of the universe, rather than destroying them. Farewell, humans.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
تحياتنا للأصدقاء في النجوم.
Здравствуйте, приветствую вас.
Tantiaguri saluti.
Konnichiwa. Ogenki desu ka?
Misleading message. The Last Stand. And here's the craziest part. Created with artificial intelligence, made with Bright Pen AI. The writing, the concept art, and the voices were generated by the artificial intelligence. Hashem just directed the video. Everything else was done by AI. So not only is this showing just how scary First Contact can be, but it's showing us just how scary AI is getting. AI seems to have a better understanding of humanity than humans do. That's crazy. They have a better understanding of us than we do of AI itself. But I thought that this short film was incredible. It really showcased one of the real problems with making First Contact. And that real problem isn't them. It is us. We don't know how not to fight, how not to compete. Look at the way that everyone's acting right now with the wars happening in the world here on Earth. Imagine if another alien advanced race came with better technology that our governments are going to want. They're not going to work together to meet this alien race. This is more likely to happen. It turns out the most dangerous aspect of UFO and alien contact is not the UFOs or the aliens. It's the humans. They didn't even touch on the religious aspect, which we've touched on slightly on the channel. Just the implications of that better technology coming so close to us could make our governments act crazy. I love how they showed the normal civilians like fighting for us. Like, hey, come on, don't make the planet look bad. Everyone just join together. They're from a whole other galaxy or universe. And I love that this also illustrates aliens are so powerful. If they have this advanced technology that they could wipe us out in 10 seconds. They literally cleansed the Earth in 10 seconds. They could do that whenever they wanted to. So if they wanted to invade, they would have already. That's not the problem, because people always say, well, why wouldn't they just invade if they don't want to invade? Again, if anything, we're the problem. And I just wanted to showcase this short film as some food for thought. The entire film is going to be linked in the description below, as is Hashem's channel. Please go check him out. Check out the video. Give him a like. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, smash that like. If you didn't, smash that dislike. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys next time.